Imagine a black screen, total darkness, utter and complete nothingness, a void where senses fail and perception ceases. The shriek of an old dial-up modem pierces the silence, a sound that once heralded the dawn of the internet age, now a ghostly echo. It's a digital scream from a forgotten era, a cacophony of static and broken promises. A single line of green text flickers hesitantly, "Welcome." But this isn't the friendly internet, the one we know and trust. This is an invitation to the dark web, a place shrouded in mystery and intrigue, a digital underworld where reality bends and twists, where the familiar laws of the online world cease to exist. Here the rules don't apply, and anything is possible. We've all heard the legends, whispered tales of what lurks beneath the surface, a hidden internet, a clandestine network operating in the shadows, a haven for criminals, a sanctuary for those who seek to operate outside the bounds of the law, a marketplace for the forbidden, where anything can be bought and sold, no questions asked. But what draws me in, what truly captivates my imagination, is the paranormal. The unsettling idea that something malevolent, something truly evil, could exist in pure code, waiting to be unleashed. Could a ghost, a disembodied consciousness, exist in the machine? Could a spirit haunt a data stream, leaving its spectral imprint on the digital world? The dark web is the ultimate locked door, a gateway to the unknown. It's the final digital frontier, a vast and uncharted territory waiting to be explored. For me, it's more than just a curiosity. It's a challenge, a personal quest. It's a mystery begging to be solved, a puzzle with potentially terrifying implications. My mission wasn't to buy illegal goods to engage in the illicit trade that thrives in this digital underworld, nor was it to hack networks to break into systems and steal sensitive information. I was hunting for ghosts, digital ghosts, spectral anomalies lurking within the code. I was searching for evidence of something beyond our understanding, something that defies the conventional laws of physics and computer science. Something lurking in the tangled wires and unseen servers, hidden deep within the infrastructure of the internet. I prepared my equipment with meticulous care, ensuring that everything was in perfect working order. I secured my connection, masking my location and encrypting my data to protect myself from prying eyes. And I took a deep breath, steeling myself for what I might find. It was time to go ghost hunting, to venture into the unknown and confront the mysteries that awaited me. In the deepest, darkest corners of the internet, where the veil between worlds is thin, and the line between reality and illusion blurs. To enter, you need a special key, Tor, a browser that wraps your presence in layers of encryption. Launching it is unnerving. The familiar fades replaced by a cold, utilitarian interface. The addresses are cryptic, random letters and numbers ending in onion. I found a directory, a yellow pages for the abyss. The categories chilled me, but I scrolled past, searching for the paranormal. I landed on a forum black background, ghostly white text, no ads, just raw conversation. Topics range from conspiracies to ancient curses, but one section caught my eye, live feeds. My investigator's instinct took over. I clicked the link, feeling a chill run down my spine. The page loaded slowly, as if resisting. I felt a strange energy, a sense of being watched. This wasn't a haunted house of brick and mortar, but of bandwidth and code. The page finally loaded, and what I saw would stay with me forever. I was no longer just a visitor. I was a participant. The haunting had begun. The screen resolved into a grainy video feed. A single bulb lit a room. In the center, a hooded figure was tied to a chair. No sound, just the horrifying image. A chat box scrolled beside the video. Cryptic messages, taunts, strings of numbers. It felt like a digital seance. My instinct screamed to close the window, but I stayed, compelled to understand. Was this real? A prank? Or something truly sinister? The stillness was suffocating. I felt a cold spot in my room, like a presence coming from my computer. The chat grew more disturbing. He is waiting. The eye is opening. The bulb flickered, shadows danced. I knew I had to get out. With a shaking hand, I closed the tab. Relief washed over me. I shut down Tor, heart pounding. I tried to rationalize. Maybe it was fake, a creepypasta brought to life. I left my desk to clear my head. Then I saw it, the green light on my laptop's webcam, glowing in the darkness. The watcher had become the watched. My blood went cold. A chill ran down my spine that had nothing to do with the temperature in the room. It was a primal fear, a deep-seated dread that resonated within my very bones. The laptop was closed, the browser shut down. Everything should have been offline, dormant. Yet the webcam light was on, a malevolent green eye staring back at me. It defied all logic, all reason. It was watching me, observing my every move, recording my reaction. I felt utterly exposed, vulnerable. The feeling of being observed hadn't been my imagination, it was a tangible presence, a digital stalker lurking just beyond the screen. It had followed me back, slithering through the digital ether, crossing the boundaries of the internet and invading my personal space. Whatever was on that live stream, that grotesque spectacle I had witnessed, had used the connection as a bridge into my world, a digital umbilical cord connecting me to something sinister. I approached the desk, each step heavy with apprehension, every instinct screaming to run, to flee this digital nightmare and never look back. But I needed answers, desperately. I had to understand what I had stumbled upon, what I had unleashed. I opened the laptop, the hinges creaking in the oppressive silence. The screen was black, devoid of any sign of life, but the light stayed on, a persistent beacon in the digital darkness. It was a technological haunting, a ghost in the machine, a presence focused on that tiny lens, a digital eye staring into my soul. I covered the webcam with tape, a desperate attempt to sever the connection, a simple act that felt like warding off an evil spirit, like drawing a protective circle against the unknown. The connection had been made, the digital Rubicon crossed. This wasn't just a broadcast, it was interactive, a two-way street where something could reach out and touch you. How many others had watched, their curiosity piqued, their lives now potentially tainted? How many webcams were now glowing in dark rooms, silently broadcasting their unsuspecting owners to the unseen audience? What if the new frontier of haunting is digital, a realm where malevolent entities can exist and interact with our world through the devices we hold so dear? Spirits manipulating code, rewriting reality one line at a time, manifesting as a single glowing green light, a digital signature of something wicked. The barrier between my screen and reality was shattered, the digital and physical worlds bleeding into one another. The dark web held secrets far more terrifying than I'd ever imagined, secrets that could reach out and touch you in the real world. I was no longer just an investigator, I had become part of the story, I was a target, and the hunter had become the hunted. My next descent was cautious. The tape stayed over my webcam. I searched for more evidence of digital hauntings and found a message board dedicated to premonitions and prophecies. Most posts were vague, but one thread stood out. The final entry. Users posted names, dates, and times, allegedly predicting deaths before they happened. I thought it was a morbid game, but the forum software showed no edits. I cross-referenced names with public records. The predictions were eerily accurate. A man in Ohio, a woman in France, both died at the exact times listed. The volume of correct predictions was staggering. Who was posting these? The usernames were random, the posts global. It felt ancient, systematic. An oracle of death hidden in the digital shadows. This wasn't a human endeavor. It was as if the universe's cruelest secrets were being whispered onto this page. Reading it felt like a transgression. I realized I was peering into something forbidden. The line between observer and participant was dangerously thin. I wondered if I'd already crossed it. I noticed a pattern in the final entry thread, especially in one user, Seeker22. He was a skeptic, obsessed with debunking the predictions. He analyzed timestamps, checked IPs, and tried to find the trick. But the more he investigated, the more haunted he became, flickering lights whispers from his speakers. Forum members warned him, "You cannot stare into the abyss without it staring back." He ignored them. Then he found a name on the list, someone in his city with a death predicted 2 days away. He vowed to intervene, to prove the oracle wrong. His last post. "I'm going to the address now. If I can stop this, it all comes crashing down. Wish me luck." He never reported back. Days passed. Then a new entry appeared, his real name, with the exact time of his final message. He hadn't just read the oracle, he'd become part of it. Another name absorbed by the static. The abyss had claimed another investigator. I realized the danger wasn't just in watching, but in being watched. My final discovery, the one that truly chilled me to the bone, was the most personal, the most invasive, and the most terrifying of them all. It was a file called the Midnight Game, passed around in encrypted chat rooms, whispered about in the darkest corners of the internet. The rules: run it only at midnight. Not a second before, not a second after. The warnings, dire. Consequences that promised to be far more than just a scare. I used an air-gapped laptop, a machine specifically isolated for this purpose. No internet, no risks, or so I thought. At midnight, with a deep breath and a growing sense of dread, I launched the program. A black window opened, stark against the glow of the screen. White text typed itself, slowly, deliberately. "Hello, Zach." This computer had no way to know my name. It was completely disconnected. The game was a text adventure, a relic of a bygone era. Dark room, flickering candle, casting long, dancing shadows, a door, an invitation. Each night it became more personal, the game evolving, adapting, referencing my past, things I had long forgotten, my fears, the ones that kept me awake at night, my investigations, the cases I couldn't crack. It knew things I'd never shared with another soul. On the seventh night, the culmination of this digital nightmare, it described my room, the very space I was sitting in, my clothes, the t-shirt I'd been wearing for days, the look of fear, the sheer terror on my face. It was seeing me, watching me. The final message, a chilling promise. "We have learned so much about you, Zach. You opened the door, invited us in. Now it is our turn to come looking for you. We know where you are. The game is over, but this is just the beginning. We're coming." The program deleted itself, erasing every line of code, leaving no trace of its existence. But the message echoed in the darkness, a constant, chilling reminder. I realized the true horror, the gut-wrenching truth, wasn't in the code, in the lines of programming, but in what I'd invited in, the entity I had unknowingly unleashed. The digital and the paranormal had merged, blurring the lines between reality and nightmare. And now, in the silence that followed, something was coming for me, and I knew it wouldn't be friendly. I've faced unseen forces in haunted asylums, but nothing prepared me for the horrors lurking in digital shadows. These stories, the watching webcam, the death-predicting forum, the game that knows your name, blur the line between technology and the paranormal. Are they just creepypastas or warnings? The dark web is a shattered mirror where myth and reality blur. Are these hackers, advanced AI, or something ancient that's found a new medium? We trust our devices, but my experiences show that control is an illusion. We've built countless new doors, not knowing what waits on the other side. So I leave you with a question. Next time you're alone in a dark room, your face lit by your screen, when you turn it off, are you sure it's truly off? Are you certain nothing is looking back at you from that polished dark surface? And what would you do if, in the dead of night, your computer whispered your name? The digital world is full of doors. Be careful which ones you open.